Hey everyone, it's Alexis. I hope you are all doing well today. As you can see behind me, we here at Sizzix are ready for those fall and Halloween makes, and our September craft box might just help you with that. It's full of some frightful delights, and I'm going to be going through everything you can find in the box for this month, and I've got some fun little inspiration for things that you can use with it. So stick around. I'm going to switch to my overhead camera and we will get right into what comes in this month's September craft box. Okay, so let's jump into this Frightful craft box. A lot of the supplies in here you'll see are perfect for those spooky and festive Halloween makes, although I do think some of this stuff could lend itself to everyday use. But first up, we have an exclusive Thinlits die set, and this is called Potions and Poisons. So as you can see, you get a ghost and a cauldron, some potion bottles, bats, stars, hearts, a witch's hat, a witch's broom, all really fun, festive kind of stuff. I love this alternative color palette that is used on the packaging, but we included definitely more fall tones, things of that nature in the actual craft box itself. But I really think that although a lot of these actual shapes are geared more towards like Halloween, these stars and the hearts and even these small little flowers, I think those will work in any little make. And they're kind of this perfect little size. They can be used as confetti. Also, these icons are really sized, let's flip this over, they're sized fairly similar to a lot of previous releases we've done with Halloween. So I could really see these being mixed and matched with other Halloween sets you might have or previously released Halloween sets. I just think that they would interact really well with stuff that's already been released. So a great way to add maybe a little bit more to a home decor scene that you might be coming up with. I love doing shadow box stuff or little miniature scenes that you can have and place in vignette boxes. So Halloween's a fun one to decorate for, and it doesn't have to just be, you know, treat bags and stuff like that. I think a lot of times people think of cards and things like that, and it's not necessarily that you're sending cards at this time of year, but I think it would be fun for October birthdays to send like more thematic kind of cards. You're also going to get this exclusive sentiment set. This is clear stamps, and who doesn't love a good punny sentiment? I love that kind of stuff. So these sentiments work directly alongside Potions and Poisons, which is the die set I just showed you, and they definitely were made to work together. So for example, we've got the lovely little ghost right here, and then we've got this one that says hey boo, and obviously ghosts say boo, so of course why not. And then you've got ones that say potions and poisons or magic and mischief. Those obviously go directly along with the cauldron and the potion bottles. I put a spell on you, which is more like the magical kind of witch kind of stuff. Bats about you, you've got all the little bats in here. So definitely these are geared to work together, and you'll see that in the makes that I did, that I've kind of combined them. But keep that in mind. These sentiments can be used on scrapbook pages that you might be doing after you've taken all your Halloween photos. They can be used on cards, which I'll show you. I use them on treat toppers, so that's another little thing, and tags. So definitely fun for just that time of year, but also something that you'll see. I actually would use this hey boo, just even sending like a sweet little sentiment to a friend throughout the year. Now, to make your stamping a little bit extra elevated, we've included our clear embossing ink pad as well as our gunmetal embossing powder. So this particular embossing powder definitely has a nice like silver edge to it. I don't want to show you a project just yet because I want to get those. I want to show you those in just a bit, but I have used this on projects, so you will see kind of the actual coloring of it, but it definitely lends a gothic edge to what you might be making for your Halloween makes. But at the same time, it's kind of a great color for those everyday kind of makes, and it has like a toned down metallic sheen to it, which I'll show you in just a bit, which really is nice to use all year round. To add a little bit of fun, we've also included the square shaker panes and the matching square framelits. Now, if you aren't familiar with these, I've actually got a couple here that I've made up. Our shaker panes are perfect for adding that little, as Tim Holtz would say, shakety shake. But they come in 3 different sizes. We have a small, medium, and a large. And what's nice about these is you can have them work with the matching kind of sets that we have made and released at the same time. Or you could just make little scenes with little die sets that you have. So I could actually see like a ghost in here or a cauldron with stars and bubbles coming out of it. Definitely something that you can use for any die set that you have. So whether you have this craft box or not, which I'm hoping you will, you can use any of the die sets. You can also use these independently of themselves. The framelits, I actually have some of them out so I can show you how they work. You have the largest square framelit right here. And as you can see, there's a blade to the inner edge and a blade on the outer edge. And that's so that it will die cut the frame, which you see right here on the outside of that shaker pane. But it also you can use the fallout piece from the center and put it in here if you wanted to do that, because they will fit inside the shaker panes. You've also been given a framelit if you wanted to cut this and have a little bit of a white edge as well. Or you can cut these to create an aperture in a card front or anything else that you might want to use it for. I know Debbie Farnella has some other additional projects coming up, and she's going to be using those with the September craft box. She's going to be using the shaker panes on her project make. So definitely be on the lookout for that in the next, I don't know if it's going to be days or weeks, but I have seen the project and it looks really cute. Then to make sure you have everything to put your actual project together, we are going to be including our quick drying express glue. This is something I have on my desk every day. It's a little bit tacky. It has that fine tip nozzle for precision. Definitely make sure you keep this on so it doesn't dry out. I am notorious for leaving the cap off and always having to open up my glue. We don't want you to have to do that, so make sure you keep this lovely little nozzle right here, or not nozzle, but this cap for the nozzle, so that your glue stays nice and ready to go. And then you need surfaces to actually create your makes on. So I'm going to show you the cardstock that comes in this. You're going to be getting 10 of our cardstock papers from the Eclectic cardstock pack. And what I really love about this is the earth tones you're getting, as well as these bright kind of fall tones. You're also going to get some greens in here to help kind of blend it out if you choose to use these independently of the craft box. That's what I love about our craft boxes, is you really get a lot of value in that we're not always intending for everything to be used together. It's nice that they can be, but I think really you're just getting an assortment of products and you're getting the ability to test them out, see if you like them, see if you want to invest in them. And it's the same with our cardstock colors and variations of the cardstock color packs that we have. And I love that this offers such a versatile tone, because you can make the brighter tone projects, but then you can also make those kind of deeper muted tones, and you really have a little bit of something for everybody in here, which is nice. These also really lend themselves to, if you just wanted to do fall makes, then you don't have to, you've got all the perfect colors for that. But if you want to do Halloween, which I'm going to show you in a little bit, you can have a little bit of fun with the colors for Halloween. You're also going to be getting 5 sheets of this cream cardstock. Perfect. It's nice and smooth and sturdy. It's perfect for card bases or backgrounds, and you can ink them up. We just like to make sure that you have some kind of smooth surface so that you can make things with and use them for card bases. And then you're also going to get 10 sheets of our Charcoal Opulent Cardstock, and you're going to get 2 sheets of each style that's included, or each texture. So you've got the glitter, you've got the pearl, you've got mirror, you've got brushed metal, like a matte color, or not matte color, but a matte finish, we'll say. So you're going to get 2 sheets of each of these. And obviously the charcoal is perfect for those Halloween kind of makes, but also just really nice and sleek and sophisticated for those everyday kind of uses as well. So now I'm going to start showing you some of the project ideas that I came up with for using this. So my first instinct when I think Halloween is candy. I have a massive sweet tooth. I love candy, and I love, in my neighborhood, we don't get a lot of trick-or-treaters anymore, but the ones that we do get are so cute and sweet, so I like to make them their own little treat bags. So one thing that I like to do is create treat toppers. This is easy. I just took this, cut it down to whatever size bag you might have, cut it down to that size, fold it in half, and then I just decorated it with that hey boo sentiment. I have the ghost flying on the witch's broom, which I thought was kind of cute, and I have little bats flying around, and then I just put some treats in a bag, and you can hand those out in your neighborhood, or maybe you want to give it to your kids' teachers, or people at work, your neighbors, whatever it might be. And then I have this one that I did. I wanted to play with the green tones, and so I did the cauldron with the potions and some of the stars coming out, and stamped that magic and mischief on there. And then I put in some of my favorite gummy bears that also had the colors and the tones that were in the cardstock, which worked out perfectly. So one way you can use them, treat toppers. Then you've got those people who might have birthdays in October, or are just someone that really enjoys Halloween, and you can make cards for them. So with this one, I used that shaker pane, and I cut the ghosts into this card front to create an aperture so you could see through to see all of those nice little shaky bits. Now I've used our neutral and sorbet sequins and beads towers to fill this up, but use whatever you had. But if you're curious about which ones I've used in here, those are the two that I pulled from. I did that stamp sentiment on Bats About You, and I made sure to have those flying bats all over so that it all made sense. But you'll see I only have the shaker pane here, and then I've used a little bit of foam tape up here just to keep it all even throughout. So the shaker panes don't necessarily have to be this singular scene. They can also be something where you create an all over panel and then just even it out by making sure you've got a 3D adhesive up at the top. Now this one I love because my best friend and I call each other Boo. So I could totally see sending this to her just for fun during the Halloween months. And I'm actually going to visit her during the month of October, so I'll probably bring this with me. But I just took that floral and foliage element that's in the die set, and I created a wreath pattern with it. So I just cut the foliage piece a number of times, layered it up, and by the foliage piece, I'm talking about this one sitting behind the cauldron. And I made my own little wreath, added some of those flowers and fall tones, and then I added the little potions bottles. There's a little skull. I put one of the bats on another, and then I just decorated my little ghost up. So you definitely can still send cards. There's people that I know that love Halloween who would be happy to get those, but you could also I could take those same things, remove the Halloween elements, and still send this as an everyday card and just change the colors out if I wanted to. So I like finding the versatility in die sets so that I can use them all throughout the year. Another thing you might be doing is Halloween parties, and you might have little treat bags to take home or gifts that you want to give out for prizes, and you could make little tags to go on those prizes. So this one actually has that embossing powder, the gunmetal embossing powder, so you can see it has a nice metallic sheen to it, but it's not overtly silver. It is definitely a darker gray tone, but it still has that nice sheen to it. Again, something you can use all throughout the year. You can also do your ghosts out of non-traditional colors and add a little flower wreath to them if you wanted to send something like that out. So you can see I used the pearl charcoal cardstock on that one. And again, here's just another quick, simple one with the potions and poisons. And again, I used that stamp set and the gunmetal embossing powder, and I just had fun with the colors. So you can see, like, you've got the orange tones, you've got the green tones. You really aren't limited necessarily in what you can do with this. Well, I hope you are inspired by what I showed you, and you're also excited about Halloween. Again, this box comes with 2 exclusive items in it. You've got the clear stamp set right here called Potions and Poisons #2, and you've got this lovely little Thinlits set called Potions and Poisons #1. So be sure to check those out. These craft boxes are now available on Sizzix.com and Sizzix wreath.co.uk. And if you are going to be getting the box and you make something with it, please share it with us using the hashtag #MySizzixStory on our socials, and we'll be able to see and share what you are making with it all. I'm going to probably break into one of these now because I have a sweet tooth, but definitely have fun with these. Don't feel afraid to get outside of your normal Halloween color palettes and have fun with it. And if this one disappears, everyone at work, just ignore it. I'm taking it with me to visit my friend. But I hope you have a great day. I hope if you have any questions about anything in the box that I showed today, please put it in the comment section below and we will get back to you. Until next time, have a great day and I will talk to you soon.